friends! Just got home from work not too long ago and I wanted to update you on some things here at the end of January, first month of 2020. First off, I heard of this community that is being built. Phase 1 is in the process of being built in Edmonton, and it is a 100% carbon emission free, all renewable energy community. 100% renewable energy for a community that will house up to 30,000 people. And that is Blachford Community in the heart of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. It is the largest zero carbon emission community within Canada and possibly the largest presently within North America. And it's right here in Edmonton where I'm presently living. So that is super cool that that is being built here, and I hope to see more communities like that built around the world, North America, and I know there's already some being built around Europe too. Maybe not that house up to 30,000 yet or more, but that's super cool that that's happening. And the other thing I wanted to update you on is the school that I work at. I mentioned before that I initiated more recycling programs within the school, including recycling batteries and writing instruments and printer ink cartridges. So all the writing instruments, which includes markers, highlighters, pens, and mechanical pencils and their lids. We have a bin here that is very full. We started probably around like sometime in October, but mostly like full on like November, December, and January. So for full on, at least for the past 3 months, we've been collecting these writing materials for recycling at Staples Business Depot. And we have one toner cartridge that will also be recycled at Staples Business Depot, and so none of this is going into a landfill. And the writing materials, I weighed them in at 12.5 pounds, so that's a few pounds of writing materials in like 3 months that a school collected, right? And also the batteries, quite a few batteries that our school collected that will be recycled at the eco station instead of thrown into a landfill. And the batteries weighed in at 17 pounds of batteries that we collected in the past 3 months at our school. And so we'll continue to collect batteries and writing materials, and as it becomes a more natural thing that we're doing, as it's a new program, of course the old habit is throw it in the trash. And so since we're developing the new habit of now, oh, we're recycling these things, it takes some time for people to remember, well, we're putting it in this bin now because we're recycling. And so it's all a process, and it's exciting that I have all these things to take into Staples and the eco station for recycling. And I'll take you with me on those adventures to those places to recycle these things and other things from my own home to see what the eco station will in fact take, and there might be some things they don't take. And as I like go through my own personal process of weeding out the things that can't be recycled in any way, or composted or upcycled, I'm just gonna stop purchasing them. So I'm weeding them out. Like as I find out what I have, what I've been using, that the only place really that I end up putting it is in a landfill. It's like I'm just gonna stop buying it, so I won't in the future be putting any of those things in landfills. And so far, as you know, if you've been watching the videos, there were 2 months that it took me to fill a small garbage bag. And so now I'm at the goal of taking at least 3 months to fill this small garbage bag. So for the month of January, I have it close to a third of the way fill. The more I reduce my waste, the more months it'll take me to fill up one small garbage bag. And eventually, of course, the goal is to have zero waste going into landfills each and every month from my personal lifestyle and conscious decision making as I travel, as I eat out, just the way I do things. And as you'll see in these videos, I bring reusable everything to restaurants. So if I run into a situation where they have a one-use item, I don't end up using any one-use items. And same as at potlucks and parties and things, I plan, and that's the consciousness piece. I'm more like aware moment to moment how I can best be prepared to live a more zero waste lifestyle and put the effort into always, like, you know, consciously remember, okay, what am I doing right now? Being mindful of, okay, I'm going grocery shopping, and so what do I need to do a zero waste grocery shop? And so I've been eating zero waste, as you know if you've been watching these videos, and I have my reminders here of all the things I can do to stay more zero waste. Like, first of all, I refuse. And refuse isn't even on here, but like, to reduce, the number one thing actually is to refuse. Refuse to buy things that are in packaging that will not be upcycled or recycled or reused in any way. And so I reuse a lot of things by purchasing clothing and other items from thrift stores. Lots of reuse. And repairing items. If it breaks, I can usually repair it, or somebody else can. And then upcycling, you know, being creative. I love to be artistic. Why not? Composting is huge. Like, it's cut down on my footprint, my eco footprint so much. And I have very little recycling now too. Recycling is always the last thing to go to as far as helping to reduce our footprint on the earth, because recycling plants, they consume a lot of energy, and not everything gets recycled properly, and a lot of it does end up in landfills still, or oceans, or lakes and rivers and everything else, because they just don't have the right process to recycle some things, and then has to go somewhere. Everything has to go somewhere. And so I've been way more conscious of that fact in the way I've been living, and it has been awesome. It feels good to take accountability and come on here and share honestly with you, like, where I'm at, and take accountability for this journey of mine. And it's nice to acknowledge my progress, and to see that I can do it, and if I can do it, anyone can do it. And I see other people doing it all the time now, more and more. I see more people living more eco-conscious lives, reducing their carbon footprint, their waste footprint, and it's incredible. And I'm so blessed to be here in this time of the planet where there's like this shift in consciousness. It feels like there's a shift in consciousness to get out of our heads and give back more to the earth and each other. And speaking of giving back more to each other, I have a bunch of things that it's like, I have too much stuff. I'm going more minimalistic, and, you know, tiny homes, you know, a trailer home or something, you know, is in my future. Like, small, simple, just simple living, so then I have more time, energy, and money not to clean a big house, but to go and adventure and do more stuff. Like some of the stuff I wrote on here, like skydiving and whitewater rafting and traveling the world and going to Scotland and seeing Europe and taking you guys with me. That's the dream, right? And so I'm giving away a lot of my things over the past few months. And so you'll see it's a bit of a mess in here right now because I'm organizing and things are going out. The material stuff is going out, and the loving care for the earth and the loving care for myself and the fun adventures are coming on in. And so that's great. I can give more to people who have less and need it more than I do also. So it feels great, and I'm happy to give, and I'm so blessed to have always like more than enough here in Canada. It's a wonderful country. Speaking of Canada, I got my 2 Canadian flags over there on the wall from last Canada Day. Love this country. Love y'all. All right. Thanks. Bye.